Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. Sit down, sit the freak down, and relax because we really do have to talk. There is a very interesting set of dynamics playing out right now in this market, and I want to enlighten you. Some of you probably already know what I'm talking about as to what is occurring here. It's what's the word? Interesting. All right, nothing to get freaky about, but it's interesting here. So yes, it is Friday, February 4th, 2022. Let's get right to it. The 10-year yield right now is surging. It is freaking surging. We are now at 1.9, a tremendous jump over just yesterday. Now, look, this gets my attention and it should get your attention as well. Now, I am not saying that we are in, that moment of implosion in the debt market, but it raised my eyebrows this morning a little bit. What are we waiting for? What are we looking for, you and me, to tell us when we need to run for the hills with regard to this market? And I've been telling you this, what I'm going to tell you right now, forever. An uncontrolled spike in the 10-year yield. All right, we just got a pretty freaking big jump here. Now, if we maintain this level, that's all well and good. But if we continue to rise here at a rapid pace, well, that's not good. That is not good. Now, we can see this reflected in risk measured by the MMRI. Okay? There is a link to the MMRI in the description of this video. Risk is rising in this market. On the back of this, there is no doubt about it. The dollar is also a little stronger here, or the relative strength of the dollar. But really, this 10-year yield should catch your attention. This jump is it's profound, I think, in overnight. Now, with that said, let us move on. Stock futures are mixed. You got NASDAQ futures, at least at the time I am doing this, it's 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. NASDAQ futures are flat to slightly higher, with Dow and S&P futures slightly lower. People, WTI crude is over $92 a barrel. And this is going to lead to that super tsunami of inflation that I warned is already on its way. I said this yesterday in my post-market wrap-up. If you have not seen that, please pay attention to these things. Okay, it's not just the fact that we have a dollar that is dying. Again, its relative strength, as I have explained to you since forever, will remain high. Relative, meaning its value based against other currencies. Its absolute strength is going to continue to crater faster as central banks, especially the Fed, continues to print on an epic scale, buying assets on an incredible scale, keeping rates suppressed, even if they raise rates in March, which I believe they will, because if they don't, this market's going down. This market is going down. All right, I'm telling you that right now. Anyway, so that's forget about the market. Forget about the stock market here, or futures, or whatever. It's about the debt market. It's about the drivers. To me, it should be to you. And that 10-year yield spike is interesting. In fact, it's more than interesting. Before I get to the economic news, which I want to cover, let's talk about some other assets. Gold and silver right now are under some pressure, not much. You got Bitcoin back around 38,000, just under that right now, depending on where you look. Cryptocurrencies are doing relatively well this morning. This thing with crude is insane. Okay, I want you to keep watching crude oil. I've been telling you for the longest time it's going to hit $100. I had expected we would get a pullback first. I told you what I'm afraid of. I don't even want to see really a pullback in crude, because that would be bullish. Again, assets go up, they go down, correct? You establish a new floor and they go higher. It doesn't seem like we're getting any relief at all. Does it mean we're going to get a larger correction at one point? Again, I don't know when. I just feel that any asset that goes straight up like this eventually will correct. Well, we're not seeing that. We're seeing a surge here in crude, which is going to affect so many products that are made with crude oil. So expect another freaking tsunami, people. I don't know what to tell you with regard to inflation here. With that said, let's touch on some economic news that is just stunning to me. Again, the propaganda ministry must convince you that everything is great. Our economy is booming. We couldn't possibly be doing any better. So we got this non-farms payrolls number today, which came in way better than expected. Number one, I don't believe it. Okay. So they were expecting about 125,000 jobs to be added, non-farm jobs to be added in January. But we got this huge number where they added 467,000. But if you recall just the other day, the private sector job losses for the month were at negative 301,000. So that comes to what? Well, if you just do a little math here, okay, so they're saying that we added 166,000 jobs. However, if you weigh that against the weekly jobless claims that I'm writing this down this morning, roughly 200,000, do the math. We have a net loss here of 634,000, and we know, you and me have known for a very, very long time that every single month we are losing jobs. People, how do I say this to you in another way? If you're new here, pay attention. The economy globally is in free fall, okay? Manufacturing, factory activity, you name it, it's over. All we're seeing is debts and deficits hyper-balloon, okay? But the fact of the matter is, it's over. The economy, the global economy is dead, okay? Look at the money velocity, the rate at which cash is moving through the global economy. It couldn't be lower. As a matter of fact, here in the United States, it is at historic lows. But no. You see, the propaganda ministry has to lie to you, and our politicians and our retard president, and, they got to convince you that, everything is just so great here. It can't possibly be better. Now, let's move on. We got another little tidbit here. So I'm watching Bloomberg this morning, and they are so gleeful and happy about this. So earnings are higher. Hourly wages have increased 0.7% in the month. But what they're not going to tell you is net here again, based against inflation or inflation adjusted, real wages are cratering, and people are getting destroyed. We are literally in the twilight zone. We are in the freaking twilight zone. And I know you get it. Most of you who follow this blog probably don't listen to a single word that comes out of the propaganda ministry. It's all lies, everything transitory and this and that. It's the biggest load of dog shit wrapped in cat shit, sprinkled with bird shit. Yeah, in the history of the world. But that's just the way it is in this new environment. I've explained to you, I hate to put it this way, because I really don't feel like this, but in many ways it is. It's every man and every woman for himself. But we as a community, okay, I would call what we have here, this thing that we have, this is not just Greg Mannarino's blog. This is our thing. Over 200,000 people here right now. This is a community, okay? And this community right now, we need to support each other. We need to have each other's backs. Henceforth, why I have a chat room on my website for all of you, traderschoice.net. It's free. Take advantage of that. I want more of you to interact, okay? I do read the comments, and sometimes I see you interacting with each other, but let's get more of that going here, okay? Make some friends. You got to get together with like-minded people. People, we are in an economic collapse. We're in an economic collapse, and it's global. We're in an environment where central banks are determined to be the lenders and buyers of last resort to own the world. We have a one world government today, okay? Retard presidents, kings, queens, monarchs, dictators, whoever they are nothing but a figurehead, okay? It's the central banks running the show. Everything else is just theater. Once you understand that, you're going to be a lot better off. But they're utilizing the media, the propaganda ministry to get out a fake message to everyone. And again, this has gone on for a very long time. The media is a mechanism to keep people under control by not allowing them to see the truth, know what's going on actually, and have them go about their lovely lives thinking everything is just fantastic. It's a massive mode of mind control. It really is. But you see, I know you understand that too. So, it's kind of funny. On the back of this great number that we got today, which again, we are losing jobs every month. But apparently, the unemployment rate came higher. It went up, despite the fact that we got this great number. Duh. And obviously, the unemployment rate they're fist feeding you is a totally bogus number. It has no basis on reality whatsoever. And I think you all know that too. Look, this shit gets to Greg Mannarino, wherever he is around this room. Boy, I think it's me. It just drives me nuts, again, to see what they're trying to do to people, what is happening to people. They're destroying everyone. And what have I been telling you? We need a freaking revolution, people. We need a revolt. Maybe it's going to start with this blog. I don't know. The more of you that get this message out by sharing my videos, the more people we can wake up. The more people you talk to try to get this message out there, the better off we're all going to be. Some people, you can't even phase them. Again, they are in this distorted reality and they can't break out of it. They can't think outside the box. But the more people you try to connect with online or otherwise, the better off we're all going to be. So this community, okay, of Lions and friends and everyone else, we got to grow this thing. We really do. All right, people, look, I'm going to end this video. So as I said, epic things are going on. Keep your eyes on that 10-year yield. I can't stress this enough. I am not saying yet again, let me say it again, all right, that we are at that moment of implosion in the debt market. But when you see the 10-year yield spike like that, that should raise a little bit of maybe a yellow flag. I'm not going to say a red flag, but that should raise a yellow flag. Hey, look at this. Pay attention to it. If we see it normalize or come down over the next several trading days, all right, that's going to be all lovely. But if we see 1.9, 2.2, 2.53, 3% in a rapid fashion, we know that's it. That's the moment where the debt market is imploding. It's the key to this entire thing. Are we there now? Time will tell. Just all over the next several days will tell, honestly. We need to watch it. Watch the MMRI as well. Again, link in the description of this video. All right, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Please share this video, get it out there, and we will talk at the end of the day. And believe me, Greg Mannarino here will be watching the MMRI and we'll be watching the 10-year yield all freaking day.